The Fly Fifer and Just Another Monkey podcast. Talk is cheap. Let's talk.
Welcome along, everybody. We're back with another podcast. You'll probably see in the camera that we're minus one person this week, but he's busy with family and friends and doing his thing. So I'm sat with Jordan. Jordan's a tattooist, and I'd seen him on TikTok, and I wanted to see, grab this guy because it was quick and easy to see that he was a free thinker like the rest of us that are gathering, so to speak. So the fact that he's a tattooist was just an added bonus, because I figured, what the hell, I've never done a podcast with somebody, while somebody's tattooing me. So this is Jordan. His tattoo company's called, Jordan?
Two-Tone Tattoo Studio.
It's Two-Tone Tattoo Studio, and that's in Kirkcaldy. I think it's on Commercial Street, is it?
Aye, that's right.
179 Commercial Street, Kirkcaldy. So if you need a tattoo or you're looking for somebody, Jordan's your man. So we decided that we would do a tattoo while we're doing the podcast, but listen, it's not about me, it's about this man and his theory, his take on life. So as you can see, he's a tattooed man. So Jordan, who are you? Who's the man behind the tattoo?
Well, I don't know. There'll be lots of different answers to that, I would imagine, for lots of different people.
Right, but so I obviously haven't got a clue who you are. You're just another face, like we say, or just another monkey, as Alan would say, off of TikTok. And that's who we seem to be speaking to. It's all people on TikTok and that. So what took you to TikTok? Or no, in fact, before we get to TikTok, right, let's find a bit more about you, right? Tattooing. Why tattooing? What took you into that in your life?
Yeah, I've always been sort of arty bound. My mum's an artist and art paintings and stuff, and so I've kind of grew up round about all that kind of stuff for years. And I was always into sort of drawing more than anything else at school. So just something that I always wanted to do. And I grew up with, my uncle was a biker, a proper biker. So I grew up reading about tattooed folk and always fascinated by tattoos and stuff. And my mum was always at me to try and do something with my art, which I never thought I would do. And then I sort of fell into this. And just started going and kept it going. And here we are today.
Aye, here we are today indeed. And if you can see on the camera, he's actually freehanding my tattoo on. So there's no like printing off of a computer or anything like that. He's freehanding what I've asked him to do on my arm, which is interesting. Because that's the first time anybody's done that anywhere, like, to be honest.
I do it mostly with most stuff. If I could draw it, there's no point in fucking about with other stuff.
Brilliant, aye, perfect. So you're saying that it was sort of family history, art and stuff like that, and then the bikers and things, and that's what's got you here today.
Everything just kind of sort of fell into place. Over the years, kind of got myself the motorbikes that I wanted, and obviously growing up, I was looking at my uncle's pals and his bikes and stuff, and it was just something that I wanted to kind of like replicate as I got older, sort of thing.
And you still ride now?
I've not had a motorbike for a few years, just because I never get the time to really get on them, to be honest with you.
I'll tell you a story about bikes. I was a biker all my life. You know, the usual cutting your cloth on the wee bikes as a bairn, running about the woods and the fields and everything like that. And then got my first sort of, I think it was an OR50 way back then, a wee tiny wee chopper thing. First road legal bike, an Suzuki OR50. But then progressing on to my adult life, you know, there was bikes on and off, and then you take the break because you've got kids and everything like that, and you've got to be sensible, as you know. But then my last bike was a Hayabusa.
All right.
Right. And I'd done my time through my Bandit. I had a 600 Bandit, a 1200 Bandit, various other wee bits of toys here, there and everywhere. But then I bought this Hayabusa. And my story there was, it was the last bike I ever rid, because I was going round the city bypass. City bypass in Edinburgh was dead. I'm fleeing round it this morning, and I just looked at the clock, and it was sitting at 167 mile an hour in fifth gear. Still had 6 to go. And I shit you not, Jordan, my life flashed in front of my eyes. Nothing happened. There was nobody pulled out of me, nothing like that. It was like I got these mad flashes of family, a granddad that I don't ever remember seeing, but he was in my head. This guy with big fucking bike boots on was inside my head, telling me, fucking slow down, get off it, you know. And I just, like, pictures of kids, my mother, my father, well, my stepfather, things like that. So I got to the end of the bypass. I was a smoker at the time, had a fag, drove the bike back round the bypass to Wester Hills where I lived, was never on it again. Took it down to the bike shop, got my money back, well, most of my money back, didn't get it all back. And that was the end of my biking career. Just that fucking mad moment. That was it.
Usually they're the moments where you sort of hear that fag and then chill out and then just jump back on.
Jump back on, aye.
Because you've had a fucking close one. But although I sort of grew up with the bikers round about and stuff, I ended up sort of getting into the scooter scene first.
Right.
So I spent a while on the scooters, Vespas, Lambrettas, all that sort of stuff, doing the rallies, doing all the clubs, and just progressed into bikes after that. Had myself choppers, street fighters, for the Harley, for all sorts of shit. But again, it's alright at the time, eh?
Aye.
Loads of other bike clubs wanting you to join up with them because they think they're getting new meat for them or whatever, so that was another reason to get away from the bikes.
The Vespas, because you had mentioned Alan's one in the background, and as Alan would call it, his cage, his man cave, where and that's a cracking bike. It's actually quite nice. Looks all original and everything like that.
That's it.
But I don't think he used it. I don't know what he's doing with it now. I think it was away getting a bit of it painted.
It was just when I seen the podcast before, I seen it in the background with the manual on it, and I thought, fuck, I can Vespa's inside
it. Aye. So, Alan, if you see this, you know somebody to go and ask.
I've done the clubs for a lot of years, and I could do pretty much build them from scratch. The only thing I hate is electrics on fucking anything, but mostly Vespas were sort of peeled away. I was a skinhead for years as well. Sort of done that. Was a skinhead first, then got into scooters, and then met a lot of good people through the scooter scene all over Scotland or Britain. As I say, progressed with that. We used to do charity runs for the kids' hospitals and stuff like that. Every sort of Easter egg runs. Most people do it, but the scooter scene, it was the first sort of folk to do that back in the day. There wasn't too much bikers doing that at the time. So as you sort of get talking to other bikers and other folk, and then because of my uncle and stuff, I got to meet a lot of folk that he used to go about with and that. So we ended up getting friendly with him, getting a chopper, but they built me a chopper, had a chopper, stuff like that, and then just cut about with sort of ex-bikers and stuff, and sort of done that for a while, and then sort of, as you say, kids come along and stuff like that, so sort of kicked the skinhead stuff because I didn't want my kids getting pissed in at them at school and stuff like that. And pretty much just kind of tried to be as normal looking for as
normal
fucking possible, which is quite hard.
But hey, listen, in the society nowadays, what the fuck's normal? Who's normal? What's normal?
I used to say that to my ex. I say, who the fuck wants to be normal? And she used to say, I'm normal. And I used to say, you fucking sure? And now she's like, check the normal cunts.
Brilliant.
It's fucking... So there's been a lot of mad stuff. I fucking cut a bit with a techno rig as well, doing illegal parties, places.
Aye.
I've done fucking all sorts of shit, to be honest with you. I've had a wee shot at doing quite a lot of mad stuff through my life.
That's what makes you, though. It makes you who you are today, just having a go. And if you're prepared to have a go at anything, it's like me doing this podcast. I mean, you've seen yourself how basic this podcast is. It's just having a go at something that I've always wanted to do, is sit down and talk to all different people, but shoot the shit. Because it was like you were saying earlier, you know, just talking to somebody sometimes, you see their train of thought and it fucking helps you. You know, it kind of think, oh, right, well, I was thinking the opposite. There's another way to look at it. Okay, and that sort of thing. It's like you were saying, you were talking to somebody, and it was all them that, you know, sorted themselves out.
Well, that's it. It's something my mum used to say, but she's a counsellor for people that have like abuse and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I used to sit and talk to her about stuff, she used to say to me, oh, you should be a counsellor and that. And I was thinking, fuck that, Ken, that's too much hard work. Because you've got to leave your work at your work sort of thing. So that's a fucking... But for that, I've always kind of... I don't know. I would say that I've never really thought the same as other people.
Right.
Again, like I would say one of my earliest memories that I can remember of being different or thinking different about stuff was primary school and thinking to myself, right, you get married, it's top hat and tails, white dress. And this was at primary school, and I remember thinking, says fucking who? Again, like, why does it need to be that? And I thought, that's just bullshit.
Right.
And I thought, why? And that was one of the first things that I sort of come to when I was at primary school, thinking, why does it need to be that? So I was already questioning shit then. And then as time progressed, I started talking to people about school and kind of like what you don't get taught and all the rest of it. This is completely true, and I've spoke to a few people about it, and it sort of dawned on them as well when they thought, fuck's sake. So at school, I mean, I don't know about yourself, but we learned about the war and the Blitz.
Primary school, primary programming.
In England. So I grew up thinking that there wasn't a war in Scotland. I didn't even think there was, because we never got taught about fucking blackouts or anything like that. It was just constantly England, this is what happened, this is the people got bust away and all this stuff. So I really didn't think when I was younger that there was war up here.
Right.
I thought, why the fuck are we not getting taught about what's going on your doorstep? Which I just thought was mental. So I don't know, because I've lived
relax a minute,
because I've lived a bit an alternative lifestyle. Then I've always kind of done my own thing, looked at life my own way, if you like. Yeah. Never. Here we look at that first, see what you think. Something like that.
Something like that looks good to me, neighbour. So that was my next question, was the old where. So you're saying that you were down south where you started off down in England, or you been up here all your life, or just stayed down there, or did I get that wrong completely?
What's that?
That you were fed down south
no,
originally? No, you Scottish.
Scotland, all the way.
Right. Sorry, I thought when you said something about like getting taught about the war down there.
No, it was just at school.
Generally, school generally, right?
School in general, that's what we're kind of taught, that the war was down south and no up here. So when I seen pictures of my gran wearing stuff for the war, and I never ever thought it was up this way. You know
Right. It's alright, don't worry about it. Hey, this is new. I wonder how many folk have actually done a podcast while they're getting tattoos. You'll probably find that there'll be loads of boys who want to talk to you. They'll all be like, right, let's get through to Jordan's. He didn't ask this, he didn't ask that. That's that.
So through my existence, I've done quite a lot of different stuff, and I've never been one to follow the crowd, if you like. It's something my mum always told me, always do your own thing, never really just do what everybody else is doing and that, and she's quite kind of open-minded with a lot of stuff as well, so that's obviously helped a lot. She's quite spiritual, was into astrology and stuff, and then we sort of grew up round about that, but it was never like pressed into our heads to do anything, like, or be a certain way. It was just basically, it's maybe an alternative way of being compared to other people getting brought up, if you know what I mean. And I try and do the same with my children. I try and have them have their own mind.
Yep.
And say what they think. So a thing that I've been trying to sort of teach them recently is basically, if I'm asking a question and they're like, and they're not really sure what they're going to say, or like, I tell them to tell me the truth.
Right.
Whatever it is, I says, even if the truth is, I can't be arsed, Dad, taking that through, blah, blah, blah. I says, that's the truth.
That's the truth.
Can't argue with the truth. The truth is the truth. I says, the truth is something that nobody wants to hear, really. They all say they do, but they fucking don't.
They don't. Nobody wants to hear the fucking truth.
So I says, at the end of the day, you're 12. I says, you've got a mind, you're not stupid. You don't need to fucking wait for to be prompted to talk or anything like that. We don't live in the 1800s or anything. You know what I mean? I says, so you've got a voice, use it. You've got a mind, use it. And it's quite hard. It's quite mad because they don't actually fucking know what to do with it.
Uh-huh.
My youngest one, she's telling me to get to fucking that because she can say what she wants. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. You have to tell the
What
truth.
age is she?
She's just 5.
Right. She's thinking, get to fuck that.
But,
It's interesting you saying that, though, about having your kids being absolutely honest with you and just saying what they want. Because I was listening to a podcast, funnily enough, and Kevin Hart is an American one. And that's what he was saying. He made safe talk zones for his kids so that they could say, right, Dad, we need to go into the talk zone where they're allowed to speak how they like, talk how they like, say what they like, because they're in the safety talk zone, if you like.
so
it's a great thing, like, it definitely is.
It's a hard thing, I suppose, and that's a good thing that he's done that because that allows them to... See, I'm trying to do that without the talk zone.
Aye.
But that is a good idea, to be honest with you.
Because that's what I thought. I thought I'm living where I say now, where our lad is on the spectrum with autism and things like that. And this boy will be brutally fucking honest with you. There is no holes with it. He will tell you straight, constantly, and I love that. But we're just trying to get him to write, well, there's a time and a place, So it's the opposite sort of thing,
That is there though.
But aye, exactly.
A time and a place is any time that you feel is the right time and the right place. And we only learn by experience.
Exactly.
So it's like the old adage, you've got to fuck up to know not to fuck up.
That's true.
Can't go through your life not making any mistakes because it doesn't make you who you are. I mean, we've all had fucking shit happen in our past, probably some more than others. But it makes us who we are. So
well, that's it. And I mean, this laddie, they tell me he's this, he's that, he's the next thing, but to me, he's just a 10-year-old laddie. You know what I mean? He's just doing what every 10-year-old laddie would do,
Well, as far as I could see, they're very quick to fucking stick a label on something, whereas they should just let it be. But again, it's all, if we want to go down the roads, then we start going into pharmaceuticals, and basically they're never going to help you, they're just going to mask a problem. So it'd be easier to say somebody's got a condition and deal with it properly, so they could just pump them full of fucking drugs and make money. So
I think that was on one of our podcasts where a boy that was in recovery through in Glasgow we did, and he did that 12-step programme.
Right.
And
is that a wee boy with the tattoos in his face?
Aye. Strange one. He's not strange. I actually really liked him and quite liked his content and that, but after the podcast he disappeared on us.
Right.
Aye, which is fine. That's his bag. If he wants to go away, he goes away. But I think him and wee Tam had an argument on and fucking, well, whatever. But that aside, his discussion about drugs, he was any kind of drug, but the main one he opened my eyes to was this 12-step programme. That in 5 years' time, that 12-step programme is 100-year-old,
right,
and it has never changed. So when we were sitting listening to him taking 18 months to go through these 12 steps, it was clear to all of us, including him, that by step 4 he was done.
Aye.
And it was like almost cult-like that they kept him in, or religious-like that they kept him in, to make sure he had to keep repenting for all the sins he had done and all that sort of fucking crazy. But his one with the drugs was how many folk, heroin users he had actually met that had only been on it for like 2 or 3 weeks. But then they were hooked on meth for like 14 and 15 years. Methadone.
Well, again, it's another...
Just to lead on to what you said with the pharmaceutical companies.
It's something that I said years ago. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you see these people, and people call them junkies, kind of like some people are beyond help, some people don't want help, sometimes it's escapism for these people.
Correct.
So it's a hard one to go down. Not everybody's in the same boat when they're on drugs. I mean, some people just like fucking getting smashed, and it just takes them further than they wanted to go. Mm-hmm. So there isn't always a bleeding heart story to every fucking type of substance abuse. You know what I mean? Some people just want to get fucked up. I've done it myself in the past. You know what I mean? And I've never. I'm fortunate as fuck. I'll say that right now. To never have been addicted to fucking anything. To never have been.
You had the cut-off switch,
Aye, well, I mean, I've done a lot of fucking stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I have been fortunate enough to never ever have been kind of hit by any of that. which I suppose is quite a fucking good thing, obviously, but there's obviously people out there that just, their minds didn't allow them. So they're not in control of their mind as far as I'm concerned, and you have to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I used to say is drugs didn't take me, I take them.
Right.
And it was just recreational party stuff. Again, we grew up in the rave generation and all that.
Aye,
so
we certainly did, aye.
it was all, there was about 10 people drinking at that fucking time.
Aye.
Everybody was at their fucking tits, and that's just the way it was. So you grew up in that generation. It was hard not to be involved in any of that sort of party scene and all the rest of it. But it's like anything. Some people just it's like cocaine, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know about cocaine, there's nothing that is addictive to it, right?
I wouldn't have thought so, aye.
What would I phrase that, right? There's none dependency. There's no body dependency for cocaine.
I would agree with you there with my experience, aye.
None at all, right? So what it does, it's Dutch courage, right?
Aye.
It's like fucking having a few drinks.
Correct.
People get addicted to how they feel, right? To who they become. They
Aye.
become this more outgoing person who's quite willing to do that something they wouldn't do for normal. So
Right.
for the things I've seen about it and stuff I've read, it's like you become addicted to being that person and know that actual drugs.
Aye.
You know what I mean? So
Aye, the guy that it makes you, the
Aye.
the dancing on the tables type.
That's it,
aye,
definitely.
addicted to that, aye.
So within all that, I mean, again, not everybody's of the same kind of mindset.
Aye.
And mindset's a big thing as far as I could see with anything. Because you could go into a situation, if you've got the right mindset for it, everything will work out for you. And if you haven't, then nothing will work out for you. If you're the type of person who wants to sort of, I don't know, you think, oh, this is no right, this is no wrong, this is not going to happen, and you're beating yourself up before anything's happened, then the chances are that things aren't going to go the way you want them to go. It's like you're creating a negative vibe and you're allowing that to come to you. And I know a lot of people might hear this and think, what the fuck, you know what I mean? But there is a lot to be said for all that stuff. And it's about creating a positiveness round about you. Now, we could all go anywhere in life and you could see, you could walk into a room and you could tell straight away if you're welcome to sit down. Even if you don't know the people, you could feel the vibe if you want in there. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife sometimes. If you could feel the tension for people, or you could feel totally at ease to just sit and do what you want. And a lot of people don't listen to their body, and their body's telling them, aye, it's safe, or no, it's no. And they just discount that. But when you start listening to your internal, then it doesn't really set you wrong. And we've got all these things in our body that's brilliant to us and do loads of stuff for us, but we either don't know about them, or we're just told, oh, it's just a load of rubbish, and just got on with working and got on with doing this. But aye.
Back to that society programme, and
Aye.
you've got to think this way, do that way, it's...
Well, that's it. I mean, there was a boy called the Black Belt Barrister. He was on TikTok.
Right.
And anybody that was coming at him, asking him questions about stuff, or he used to say, no, you can't just no pay your bills and this will happen, and oh, you'll get to jail if you didn't do that. And what he was saying was true to a degree.
Aye.
Because it's true if you live inside the system, everything applies to you. If you want to live and do all the stuff that's in this system, then yeah, you have to do that, and these things don't work out for you. But if you're not within the system, and you're a free person on the land, or you want to be, then really none of that does apply to you. But again, his job there is just to let people know and keep them in place to do what they've got to do. And you have to do this. Oh, this will happen, that will happen. You'll get to jail. Oh, no. But that's not true. You know what I mean? There's so much out there. There's so much free people, and we don't believe we're free. I mean, look at all the stuff that's going on right now. Realistically, I would love to go on TikTok and tell people, don't pay your bills. Don't pay them at all. Don't fucking pay them. If everybody phoned up the gas company and said, fuck off, I'm not paying that, it's ridiculous, and stop their direct debits, do they really think that everything's going to, they'll get cut off? And they'll get in trouble? No, the fuck. The people will change what they're doing instantly, and they'll drop the price because they're going to lose a lot more money if everybody just told them to fuck off.
Yeah.
But they need to do that in loads of ways, not just with the gas.
Aye.
But aye, I'd love to tell people that. I'd love to get it through their head that this will change fast if they were to do exactly that.
It's almost like we're allowing them.
Well, we are allowing them.
Yeah, we are. Aye.
See, to be honest, the more that I find out and the more stuff, it's the indoctrination that goes deeper than you could fucking imagine. And we're so wrapped up in it that even the stuff that we think's, oh, that's dodgy, that's no. The stuff that we didn't think's dodgy is fucking extremely dodgy as well. But again, we're not supposed to know this, we're just supposed to roll along and pay your bills and all the rest of it. And I don't know, going back to the fucking drug thing, when you look at painkillers and stuff like that, I done a wee TikTok about that, but I'm enough of a cunt for no explaining myself properly when I'm talking about stuff, because obviously we're on a timer.
You're on a timer to get it all out there, it's hard, aye.
So, basically I says, painkillers, I says, I'm going to tell you how they work, and obviously everybody knows that painkillers fucking work. But what they probably didn't take into account, a lot of people, is the fact that you can take up to 6 to 8 painkillers a day, depending on fucking what's wrong or fucking whatever, and how strong they are. But on the way that works is it's just enough time for you to take them in the morning. Then your first break you could take some more, unless you can go to dinner time, then you could take some more. And it's just enough to get you through your fucking day, to go to work and make the money and pay the bills and all that. They're no there to help you do fuck all except that. You know what I mean? That's really the fucking size of it. They're not there to do nothing, they're just going to keep you at your work. I mean, there's an old saying, it works as good as beach chums, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't do fuck all. It masks the fucking problem long enough for you to go to work and be a good wee soldier and pay all your fucking bills.
Keeps you going long enough until you've served your time, eh?
That's it. And
you're no good now, you're on the knacker heap.
Oh, exactly. So, what we're getting faced with now, there's no work out there really, there's no jobs going about, there's so much inflation, there's so much, well, as we know, you just need to fucking look outside at what's happening. I mean, look at the fuel prices. In Germany, fucking a few years back, I'm sure it was only a few years back, maybe before COVID, they raised the prices of the fuel in Germany. So at rush hour, everybody got out their car and fucking walked in. Everybody, I mean, every single fucker got out their car and left them on the motorway, lorries, the fucking lot. The very next day, the fucking fuel prices were down, back to where they were. The government couldn't do that, they couldn't, it was gridlock, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How they managed to organise it, I don't fucking know, but people need to know that shit's possible. And just to sit back and rely on somebody else to make a difference isn't going to make the fucking difference.
Well, that's it. I mean, you look at the French truckers or the French fishermen, they're a bit more solidarity there. But I don't know, I think in this country, with a lot of the people that you need, a lot of us got sucked in, not myself, because I didn't own my home, but a lot of people were getting, oh, buy your house, and you'll have this, you'll own that. You own nothing.
I know.
You know, I mean, that. But then it was like, how to get rid of all the striking of the minor strikes and everything like that. Maggie come in and says, right, let's get everybody to buy their house and let's watch them strike then, because the union's not going to pay for their house.
Aye.
The old adage, don't pay, we'll take it away, that threat. But you know, if it's like you say, if everybody said to their mortgage company, we're paying you, what are they going to do? And even if they said, we're going to take your house off you, aye, and get to who?
Exactly.
You know, because nobody else is going to pay you, you know, you're right, you're absolutely right, George.
It would be a good thing, and it would do things quick, like. But when I put up wee TikToks or wee stuff like that, talking about it as much as you could see on TikTok, because you know you got to watch, then people were just too quick to say something derogatory or fucking take the piss, and you're like, well, is this not affecting you? Can you not live in the same place as I fucking do? Can your bills no cost? So I even made a TikTok saying, if you've got fucking plenty of money and you could pay your bills, I says, fucking go and help somebody else. Can go and pay somebody else's bills. If you're sitting thinking, I could pay my bills, no problem. Go and fucking help your neighbour or somebody down the road or somebody you can that's struggling like fuck. But again, nobody wants to do that, because the society that we live in is built on greed. Yeah. It's built on bullshit through Facebook, making everybody believe if you've not got one of these, and who the fuck are you? You know, you need one of these, but you've not got this. And I just think, no, that's just fucking bullshit. And why do you want to be fucking Dave every cunt, you know what I mean? Same as everybody. And then you've got people that want to live a lifestyle like that but can't afford it, and they'll never be able to afford it. So what I seen was like people doing the perpetual fucking motion, They go to work and they fucking get their credit cards and they buy the latest clays and they go out and everything goes on the credit card, loads of wine, loads of this. So the credit card comes in, it's fucking through the roof. All their wages go on the credit card, so they have to do some overtime to fucking pay for the credit card to keep the lavish lifestyle they've got. Thus, when if they've got children, they're not even getting a chance to spend time with their kids because they're too busy doing fucking work. And then the kids just become a pain in the arse because their heads are fucking full of debt, full of fucking, oh shit, what's going to happen? And it gets taken out on the children.
Yeah.
And it's no fair. And again, for fucking that climate change, everything is all put there by the people in big industry, but they're trying to make us believe it's down to us. You know, we're causing it. Every fuck, it's them. We didn't have big multinational fucking businesses that's pumping out loads of pollution, and it's not for our benefit, it's for bullshit they want to sell us.
Aye.
So, for that, I mean, I just think, and for people to believe that, oh, this is down to us, is it fucked?
No.
Not at all, it's down to them. Like I said, they create everything, they create all the problems, they create all the shit, but they let us believe, or they want us to believe that, oh, it's this, well, this is going to affect you. No, it's not. It's going to affect them. The reason that they're all still trying to clamber to be where they are is because if they get kicked out of that position, then they're fucked.
Aye.
That's them finished. Well, we could go on about a load of other stuff, but I don't know if you're able to say shit like that.
Aye, that's the thing. Well, do you know, Alan and I have sat chatting, and Alan's quite controversial with the things he says. So if I was you, I would just talk away, man. Just say what you want to say. I've already tell you, I'm editing nothing other than the audio and the video together. That's it. So what you say the day goes out. It's up to the powers that be. Well, if they let us free think and allow the free will that they say that we've got to talk and say what we like.
We like to believe that.
We like to believe it, but I think the audio, certainly, Spotify, very, very good at being able to say what you like.
Yeah.
YouTube, I'm going to, you mark it as not for children and things like that. But ultimately, if their algorithm decides and it gets taken down, it gets taken down. But it's as simple as that.
Well, what I'll say is...
So you rattle on. While I sit here gritting my teeth.
Part of my journey through seeing the wood and the trees,
Aye.
It was kind of like, this was something that I came up with myself, right? I never had anybody telling me this. I wasn't even on TikTok at the time. Mm-hmm. I'm not even on Facebook. I've still got it for Messenger, but I'm never on it.
Right.
So it wasn't anything that I'd seen. I just sort of deducted this by what was getting said and the actions of what was going on. So I couldn't understand what the big vaccination push was, right? Why the fuck is this big vaccination push?
Yeah.
I could not get my head around it. I thought, I just didn't understand. Why are they so hell-bent on people getting fucking vaccines? Now, this was long before any fucking Pfizer documents came out or shit like that. So I just could not get my fucking head around what is the big fucking push here. It was alien to me, if you want. Like, why the fuck are they so hardcore on getting a vaccine into every cunt? So I thought, right, one of the ways I kind of thought about it, I thought, right, it's so smart kids, right, junkies, heroin addicts, users, right? As far as I know, what happens with them is there's a chemical imbalance in their kidneys.
Right.
And it's replaced by a synthetic. Now, I could be fucking wrong on this, but I don't think I am. It replaces the chemical in your kidney, and it fucking replaces it with its own synthetic one, right?
Right.
So when you see them cold turkey and that, they're always, they're bad, right?
Yeah.
So this is the chemical imbalance try to reset itself until, I think the cold turkey lasts until basically that's reset. And people can't really go through that sort of shit, so it turns them upside down until they can get back on the gear. So I thought, right, imagine that these fucking jabs were going to whittle away at your immune system, just at certain specific parts of your immune system, making you like the common cold. Not the flu, just the common cold's going to hit you like a fucking bus.
Aye.
Then I thought, right, so you're going to become reliant on taking a vaccine that they give you every year. Okay, maybe you're going to have to take the vaccine. If you've already had it, you're going to need to fucking take them forevermore.
Aye.
So
It's like that fucking constant free flu jab. I've never taken it.
Oh, fuck.
I've never had to take it. I let my body fight it, and you get out of it. You know, it's like anything else. You'll get out of it in 5 to 7 days.
Aye, guaranteed.
Aye.
So as I thought about this, I thought maybe that's what their plan is. And that was before I found out loads of more stuff. But then what did come to light is, yes, this fucking stuff is damaging your immune system. It's fucking it up. As we've all found out, or a lot of people have found it. So with me coming up with that on my own, I wasn't fucking like that far away from the actual shit that was going on. So I thought to myself, right, so everything else that I've deducted can't be that far out the fucking picture.
Aye.
So the majority of stuff that I've thought, I've been corrected on a few things. But other than that, I've been quite on the mark. Now that's not to say that I'm some fucking super thinker or shit like that. It's just fucking common sense. You know what I mean? It's just no buying into the piss that they're fucking trying to give us, and just using your own fucking mind to fucking think. And I've come up to that, and I've come up with a few. But I've pretty much, with the help of TikTok and the help of fucking some other Raj pages and stuff like that, and other information here there, I've kind of got it sussed exactly what's going on. So I put a TikTok up before. I was always planning to delete the Jordan two-tone one. And I changed it to Sweary Scary. And then I just fucking deleted it because I was fucking sick of the folk on it. Because the algorithm on that was too much pish, if you can know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I'll open another one up and I'll just keep it away from all that stuff as much as possible. Which I did do, which I'm glad I done.
And are you getting some peace now with that? Are you still free speaking on it, or are you keeping it curtailed?
Well, I wasn't, but I did the day, to be honest. And it's usually when I see somebody that's saying something similar to what I said months and months ago.
Right.
So I think, right, people are maybe starting to fucking realise now that there's a lot more shit happening in the world. Some of the stuff they really need to care about. I mean, it really does affect everybody. It's not a case of, we'll get rid of this, or that'll not hit me. Well, it's going to hit everybody. So I tried to mock up some fucking stuff, a wee TikTok about me being a new world takeover, working with the government and that, and then said, well, that's no me, it's fucking cunts, World Economic Forum and that. So again, I didn't blame anybody, I didn't say they're arseholes, I didn't like calling people sheep, I didn't like telling people to wake up. I hate that shit, to be honest with you. It's become a fashion term in my mind, wake up, I'm woke, it's so far. You know what I mean? You either know what's going on or you fucking don't. That's all there is to it.
And do you find you get a lot of people fucking, you're off your head, mate, you're delusional, you didn't ken this. Is that educated? You know, do you get a lot of that? Or?
Well, no for anybody I know.
No.
And then I talk to people in here all the time about stuff. And if they talk about it, then I'll talk to them about it. I don't just go on about everything to anybody. But if they've got an interest in it, or they speak about wee bits here and there, then I'll maybe say, I've heard of this, heard of that, blah, blah, blah.
What's your thoughts?
Aye, and you kind of get the consensus with people that things isn't good for them and they're not happy and all the rest of it. But again,
it's funny how that thing tickles when it goes out of tendon.
A lot of them won't actually do anything. They're quite happy to sit and fucking say shit. Quite happy to sit about and
look at that. Totally lump.
Let everybody see and do everything for them. But they need to interact themselves.
Right, I'll just sit right there. There we go. Hope you can see this. No pain, no gain. Aye, so where did we get to there? Sorry, That's fine though, because you know what one that got me was the electricity thing, but I don't think we need to talk about that now, because what you were talking about was just spot on about having your own opinion, having your own thought process on stuff, other people getting you or no getting you, you know.
Well, that's it, I mean,
the sheep, if you like, although you didn't want to say that, but...
Oh, I hate that terminology on this because it fucking annoys me, I mean, but what else annoys me is the amount of people that have not got a fucking clue about shit. And I'm just your average fucking arsehole, if you want. You know what I mean? I'm no anybody that's clued up to death. I'm no science fucking person. I'm no fucking whatever. I've just got eyes.
Aye.
And I could see what's happening in front of me. I mean, I can deduct myself, or I could think for myself. So that's, and to see so many people, I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody in my family's been all fucking vaccinated, apart from me.
Apart from yourself.
And my daughters. And this, if I could help it, they'll not be getting fuck all.
And how did you get on with that? Is your partner, are you with your partner that you've got the girl, your daughter's way? Or?
Oh, no, I'm fucking well away from
Well away. Do daughters live with you or the partner? Or?
I get them every second day, so
Right,
I see them every day.
Every day, good.
Whether I'm dropping them off or picking them up, so.
Right. And was that a joint thing, the whole no bothering with the...
It was something that, to be honest with you, it was something that I said I was doing. I said I wasn't accepting anything less, to be honest with you, and this is how it's going to work. And because my first kid's fucking mum, she works a lot, she likes to work more than anything else, so she needed me to do that.
Right.
So when I set out the rules, it kind of suited her, and I said, this is how fucking I'm doing it. If you like it, it's tough, that's how it's working.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work for everybody, but I made it work for me.
Good.
And it does. So far. It's no flawless like anything else. I even tell my bairns as much, well, the oldest one, as much as she needs to know.
Aye.
Because it all affects her. And everything affects the children. It's one thing I noticed with the lockdown and that. It's almost like they just thought, all right, kids will be off school for fucking ages. They'll just not give a fuck and they'll like it. And that was completely wrong because they were just overlooked all the way.
Yeah.
They just thought, oh, kids will not give a fuck. They'll run their PlayStation, they'll be doing this. And to the point where I'm having to homeschool my daughter.
Aye.
Relax.
Aye. Good.
Homeschool my daughter. And then the way that they teach kids these days, I don't know if you've seen any of that, but it's fucking beyond me.
Right.
Like what they're actually teaching them and how to like work shit out. To the point where I thought, what the fuck are they trying to teach you here?
Aye.
So it got to a point where I'm saying, right, it was simple fucking maths, times table, but the way that they got them to work it out, I was like, I couldn't even understand it. So I was like, do this, you do that, and that's it. And then she understood it. And then she's like struggling with someone else to the point where I'm like, how can you not understand that? So I'm getting irate. And I just said, okay, what?
And were you able to work it out in the others? Just
aye, but when I worked out myself, but not the way that they were teaching them.
Aye.
So I just says, right, put your stuff down. I says, that's it. I phoned her mum, and I says, like, she's not doing any more schoolwork here at all. I says, I'm not a teacher. I says, and I'm not getting on her case to do fucking schoolwork at all. No fucking way. I said, it's no fair on her, it's no fair on me. I'm not getting paid for this. And it's not even about that, but it's just like, I'm not a fucking teacher. I'm trying to teach her something. She's been getting taught something else, and I'm not losing the plot with my own kids.
Aye.
Because of some shit like this, especially for the reasons it was on there in the first place.
Yeah.
So, as much as that, I fucking just thought, I suppose the lockdown for me, I found out a lot about, as much as I spend time with my kids, a lot, I thought, work's useless. I wouldn't, if I could, I wouldn't work at all, and I would spend as much time with them as I could. If I could, I'd take them out to school and spend as much time with them as well, and teach them other shit in life.
Teach them other shit, practicals.
Aye. But obviously their mums are nae, well, the oldest one's mum's no too, she'll no be into that at all. The youngest one, mum's more on my level with stuff like that, but school's a sort of good thing for kids at the same time. But some of the shite I learn, I just think, why? You know what I mean? What the fuck? Like
it's funny, the wee guy come home the other day, he's going on about, we've to learn this thing called algebra. And I was like, don't worry. It's the only time you'll ever use it. Think about it. See it. It will be at school. You'll never use it anywhere else because I've never seen it in my life. Silly things like that. What's the point of teaching them these sort of things? Take them out the field. Take them up the woods. Take them somewhere where they can learn something. Right, if you touch that, you're going to get this. If you do that, you're going to get. Why?
Well, that's it. I mean, even.
Are you done? Are you wanting that back?
Oh, I'll be doing that in a minute.
All right.
Even sort of kids that even came what kind of firewood. Kind of like the right type of drywood or anything like that. Simple basics, which I would imagine would benefit anybody. I mean,
Aye.
whether you need to ever know it, well, there you go. You're learning to learn about algebra, and you're never going to fucking
Never fucking use that.
as well using your knowledge to know what plants do what what's the right kind of wood to get, how to build these shelters. People call that activity time, but it's not. It's something that you never know what's in the corner, or if you're going to in life be in a situation where you're going to need to fend for yourself. Or,
exactly.
you know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen. Could be on holiday somewhere and some shit happens, and you've got to get TV, and fuck, it's not going to be easy. So, but you're going to
if you've no taught them, say you know you've got your kids and you drop down, you know what do they do with themselves? It's that knowledge that we have to put into them. I think it's more important nowadays than anything. You know.
Oh, definitely. I mean, what you got for kids these days? They would try to plug their PlayStation into a fucking tree.
There's no signal.
They'll be fucked.
I'm not going there. You can't get a fucking signal, Dad.
Well, that's it. Oh God, we're not going to do that. I just want to play the iPad and that. But again, it's social media. It's like, this is all right. This is how it is. This is how it be. You know?
But you'll ken yourself when you get the daughters out, or you've got them out doing something that you think's more educational. They actually fucking enjoy it a lot more than they, you know. And they'll know maybe turn around and say, "Dad, that was brilliant," but they'll be like, "Aye."
Well, when I was with my last partner, when we used to take all the kids out because we had 5 bairns of tunas, so when we took them out and had great times, we had to say to them, right, this cost them nothing. Right, we went and done this, we went and done that. We didn't go to Wonder World, we didn't go fucking ice skating, we didn't do pictures, all which costs as you can for a fucking 6 folk a family, fucking money. So every time that they had great fun, just doing the beach or whatever, or building something, or just pissing about, and I was reminded them, this didn't cost fuck all. This was just us doing this. We made sandwiches out of the house. We didn't go to McDonald's, didn't do all that shit. It was just simple fucking fun. And that's, like you say, that's when I had the best time.
Best times ever,
But they didn't get that in their head because they just want to do the same as the next person and the next person and whatever they're doing. You know what I mean?
I'm just eyeing this up, neighbour, because I want to see it. I'll show the camera your work. It looks like you're in with the bricks, Alan, if you can see that. To quote Jordan, by the way. So where do we go for here, Jordan? Because I usually stop this thing about an hour in, so we're about 10 minutes or something to this. I'm hoping I'm the first guy that's done a podcast with somebody's tattooing them.
I've certainly never done any else.
There's quite a lot of tattooists on TikTok now as well. Have you never thought of going doing that, or have you done that with TikTok or social media? Or?
Obviously, Facebook was a good one to begin with, and then I've got like Instagram and all that bullshit. But I preferred Instagram because it's just pictures of
visuals all the time.
I can't listen to anybody's piss really. But TikTok was solely just to fucking moan about stuff and get myself across about whatever I was fucking moaning about or wanted to say. And I didn't really want to link to my tattoo page just because I wasn't wanting
you didn't need the push,
Well, even that. I just wanted to basically fucking hear moan, say what I had to say, and if I was wanting to do a tattoo page, and I'd just set it up like that if you could.
Got you, right.
But, I'm not one of these people that eat, sleep and breathe tattoos as much as I do them. I've done it for a long time. And again, I don't know if it's my mindset or mentality, but I just come to work, do my jobs and fuck off. And that's it. But you get folk that have tattoos, like it's, I don't know, I was probably enthusiastic about it a long time ago. And now I just kind of come in, do my bit, and obviously I enjoy it, something different all the time. It's good, something totally different. But I don't know, my life doesn't revolve around it.
You certainly come across like there's an inner peace in you, like there definitely is. There's a part of you that wants to argue the toss, but you can totally tell that you're quite content, if that's a better word to use.
Possibly. I've learned a lot through the years, and I suppose that's what it's about. It's learning, learning not to replicate the same fuck-ups and be in the same situation, because if you find yourself in life repeating, you're not learning fuck all. Sometimes what we want to repeat and what we want to keep happening is the thing that we have to learn for the most. So as much as we might want to you live a situation or be back with an ex or we had great times and that. You're not with them for a reason. That's all different for a reason.
I never understand that with people that go back the way, because you can never go back. You can never ever. Once if it's broken, it's broken. That's it.
You also get folk that, I mean, I used to be bad for it. I used to say, well, what if I didn't try again?
Right.
And what if I didn't do this? It could work out this time. I might have got over that hurdle. Yes, you fucking know, that's bullshit. We never do. Because again, I'm going to blame social fucking media for this one. And I think you commented on a thing that I said fucking ages ago. People in general didn't allow each other to own their own experiences in life. And everybody's wanting to be right all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of, oh no, that's not how it is, this is how it is. Oh no, that's blue, no it's not, it's this colour. And yet, as I said in that each person's right. Because if it's fucking blue to them and green to them, and that's what fucking is.
That's what they're seeing, that's how they're seeing it.
And it's their perception. And what we don't do is we don't allow them to own that, or like just say, it's mostly relationships, I would say this. It's like, kind of like your other half, doesn't he? No, that's not this is that, this is this, this is... Or you done that, so you're meaning this. That's one of my biggest fucking things.
I'm fucking saying what I'm meaning. I'm no meaning something out there.
I don't fucking give a flying fuck if 9.5 people fucking say fucking black when it's white. I'm that one cunt that's going to say, well, what's this? And it's not going to be the other answer. It's going to be something different. Because again, perceptions.
And see the amount of folk that fall out with you, or they didn't speak to you, or something along there, just because your opinion's different. Just because you didn't see something their way. Or I had this boy business, right, through the skating community, and he asked me my opinion on something. And I says, well, right, okay, I'll give you my opinion. I didn't agree with you. I think it's oversaturation on what we were all doing. You're advertising exactly what every single one of us is advertising, and if folk want to find it, they'll come and find it. There's no need for another way to ram it down folks' throat. See this point, just giving him that one wee opinion and no ramming it down folks' throat. You'd think I'd stole his firstborn. I was all this and that, and I was like, well, no, I still think you're all right, mate. I've only just got a difference of opinion, that's all.
Oh, you're not allowed that, you see.
No, this boy went off and one was away and all these different apps and, no apps, pages saying that I was this and that and saying this and saying... I was like, wait, and you can't argue with them because you just look like they did. And it was a boy that come to me through that, and he's seen everything, and he says, James, didn't react to that, didn't rise to that, because you cannot compete with stupid, because stupid's far better at it than you are, son. So, and it was that guy that came to me, and I thought, do you know what? You're right. I'm not even going to reply or say fucking anything for there. But that's just having a different opinion. Crazy.
Well, that's it. I mean, that person's probably no used to somebody disagreeing with him. He's probably used to either talking the loudest or puffing his chest out the most, and people either just say, agree with him to shut him the fuck up. So that gives them this delusion of grandeur that they've got a fucking, what they say is right, and nobody tells me I'm wrong.
It's how dare you fucking agree with me.
Exactly. Like, fucking, well, surely...
But there's too much of that out there, you see it yourself on the TikTok things where people are saying this, that, the next thing to you.
It's fucking... TikTok, what annoys me about TikTok is people take the time to reply and do a wee video to some fucking robot.
Right, aye.
So if somebody fucking comes on your page and gives you a bit of piss or shit about something, then if they've not got any fucking much followers, or they look like they've just threw a fucking account together, fucking 2 followers and they're following 4 folk, no picture, just didn't even bother giving it the time of fucking day.
I don't know. That's it.
Well, what, I mean, so if you can't get that, if you can't get your head around that first, then you're fucked. You know what I mean? What is the point in trying to argue, like you say, with stupid? You can't argue with some fucking idiot. And they're designed, they're either paid to go and fucking give you shit or to make it look like you're full of it. Just so other fucking TikTokers will fucking agree, that person seems like they came what they're on about, we'll just join the bandwagon. Fuck, the censorship in TikTok fucking annoys the fuck out of me. Like, I mean, what is the point? I mean, when people actually find out what's all really fucking going on, because it will come out, they're not going to use fucking platforms like TikTok that fucking censored everything. They might get the wee young folk in that fucking... But I don't know. I mean, for TikTok being a Bairns app, I've never seen any fucking Bairns on it yet.
Neither have
Never.
I.
It's
Not
just,
fucking one.
If any, I've seen a lot of older cunts, like a lot older than me. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? But
you're absolutely right. I've never seen any Bairns on it.
I
mean, there's a lot of stuff on it that I think, right, how the hell did he get kicked off for that? When there's folk running about naked and, you know, that sort of side of it. I see some of that and I think to myself, what the fuck? Why is that allowed? And somebody can't voice an opinion, you know?
it's fucking madness.
Absolute craziness. But Bairns, nah, I've never seen fucking any Bairns on it.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, for a Bairns app, you thought you'd have been fucking scrolling past loads of fucking kids fucking doing their TikToks, but I can't even remember if it's a thing you choose not to see that or whatever.
Can't even remember when I set mine, the two of them up. I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe theirs is set up on an age thing where...
In fact, I think I do remember clicking an age thing.
Because I'm sure it asked me recently to confirm my age. Maybe on that Fly Fifer where I hadn't confirmed my age. But even at that, I wasn't seeing nothing.
Yeah, fucking, I just bullshit everything. I never put my real details in. See, that's the first thing about Facebook I couldn't understand, right? I was one of the last cunts kicking about that I knew in my circles to have a mobile phone.
Right.
Because I just thought, what the fuck, and what's all this mobile shit about? If anybody wants me, they'll get me like how they do already, or they fucking won't. So, again, I just didn't see the mobile phone shit. Another thing that pissed me off was Apple stuff.
Right.
Everybody was going on about Apple this, Apple that, fucking, and then it was like, well, give me a shot your charger. Oh, is it an Apple phone? No. I thought, well, what's the fucking point in that? You're bound to just have Apple stuff.
Yeah.
Getting this, so I thought, nah, I've never owned an Apple phone or fucking nothing. I think I've had a Mac Mini once, I gave that away. But I didn't like being held to ransom to just use their product, so that fucks me off.
And everything of theirs is designed to only really work with its own stuff.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think, well, if you're going to be fucking, if we're trying to be all good here, then like, what about some universal fucking stuff that fits anything? I mean, why does it have to be fucking Apple and that?
I think that's what Android's try to do. I think they're trying to go down that road, all the different makers be having everything that can fit each other, chargers that fit any of them. And
it makes me a fucking sense. I mean, even going into a hotel or booking a hotel room, you've got a docking station for an iPod and a charger for an iPhone phone. I thought, well, I've not got a fucking iPhone. But again, it's just the mass because every cunt's got one.
Yeah.
But back to Facebook, I mean,
sure.
Basically, I couldn't really understand. I really thought that Facebook was for taking the piss. And so my first name on it was Captain Scumbag, and I fucking just went on it and ripping fuck out of folk. And then I found out, no, it's no for this, it's about folk pitting up their whole fucking lives. So I started calling it the government handbook. I says, what you fucking, you're on the government handbook. I says, it's got all your details, all your stuff. I says, why the fuck would you put all your fucking shit on Facebook? Even to fucking make it work. I fucking lied about everything. Whether it's fucking 2 or 3 months away or a fucking 4 dates up to my birthday or whatever. I never put my real details in. To the point where I've got cunts congratulate me, happy birthday and that. And I'm like, what? Alright, it's my Facebook birthday. And I tell them, I used to tell them every year, don't fucking congratulate me. It's not my birthday, I just do it. You can score. And I suppose when I think about that right now, that shows the level of indoctrination because they'd still fucking do it. Still say, okay, it's not your birthday, but happy birthday anyway. So what is the fucking point in that? Again, what is the fucking actual point in that? It's not your birthday, but hey, fucking happy
birthday anyway.
What about when it is my fucking birthday? I didn't tell any cunts, so they wouldn't care. No, that's a secret, but I thought it's a secret for fucking Facebook.
It's true that. I mean, I've had Facebook for 2009, and I think out of my mates that I hung about with at the time, I was one of the last to get a Facebook, and you had everybody saying, oh, you've got to be on Facebook, you've got to be on Facebook, you've got to do this. But I mean, I've had it since 2009, so it's no excuse. But you're right, I mean, everybody's bearing their fucking soul and everything now. And these things are collecting all our information. All these smartphones, they know where you're going, what you're up to, who you're with, who's around you. And I mean, that's already, you're giving that away. I mean, the minute you have a smartphone, which I've got there, unfortunately, but you're giving away everything about yourself.
As soon as you hook up to Messenger, they want into fucking everything, every part of your phone, all your messages, all your stuff, and it's for building a better experience on the web for yourself. And they'd be thinking it's anything else now. This is just for your good. Come on.
Aye. We might need to target you with certain things to get you thinking a certain way. Is that no more the point?
And it's fucking nonsense. So when we come to like the World Economic Forum and stuff like that, all the stuff that's happening now, I mean, they can't want to take away everything that you've got and have you nothing and have you servant on the government. I mean, again, you can go on their website and see for yourself. It's no bullshit. It's exactly what they're saying. So the way that I noticed that there's a clause thing or some kind of bullshit that says you can't do anything in the world or this country or whatever without making it public. Like, you have to tell people what you're doing. So I suppose that goes back to when you get married, you fucking put it in the paper, right? Such and such is getting married in case their long lost fucking love child wants to fucking say, oh no, I still love Senga. Okay, I mean, you're like, fuck's sake. But aye, so when you hear a bairn, it goes in the paper, such and such, he's just had a bairn, blah, blah, blah. You make it public for fuck knows what reasons, probably do with corporate shit. But again, it's just... Sorry, man.
That's all right.
Everything's fucking too public, you know what I mean? And you're, as you say, you're giving away your consent to everything without realising what you're doing. I totally lost the thread of what I was fucking saying.
No, me too, it was...
Well, you'll be able to edit that out.
No, we'll not be no editing, none of it. Trust me.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a second.
There's none of that editing, carry on. What time is it? Oh, it's a minute. 1 hour, 1 minute.
Aye.
You what?
Well, I'm sure I'll get back to that bit fucking soon enough. Aye, these people that fucking, they run this fucking thing, they want to know what's good for us, what's best for us. We can't think for ourselves, you know what I mean? We didn't need anybody telling us what the fuck we're doing. Especially somebody that fucking, their dad made flamethrowers for the Nazis, came for Hitler. His dad was a Nazi. They're all gay, you know what I mean? They're all, but I've got nothing against gay folk, I can gay folk, right? But these cunts are no normal gay, they're fucking weird. Weird gay. You know what I mean? So they're trying to, they're trying to depopulate the world, right? If you go and find Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, depopulation, online, there's a big fucking thing about it, right?
Yep.
So this is something that a lot of people really didn't take into consideration. The people that are bringing us, or talking about depopulating the world, like cutting back on all these fucking things and the carbon footprint, blah, fucking blah, are also the cunts that are bringing us vaccinations to keep everybody safe. You know what I mean? So why the fuck are you going to be kept safe? Let's keep everybody safe.
For
that
what?
Tells a tale in itself. You can't keep everybody safe on one hand and write fucking books and fucking seminars about depopulating the fucking world on the other. You know what I mean? Klaus Schwab wrote the great COVID-19, the Great Reset. It was seemingly fucking published fucking 9 months before COVID even fucking happened. Or like came out just as it fucking was on the bounce. But it takes about fucking 79 months to publish a fucking book, and you've got to write the cunt. And it talks about every single thing that was going on in the fucking COVID. So how did he ken that? I fucking wonder, eh? So again, it's all these trillionaires of the world that deciding that they want this or they want to do that. This is how we want things to be. We're going to digitise everything. They're going to basically just try and take away fucking everything that makes people who they are, and they think that they're going to take away every nation's sovereignty. Now this is the new treaty that's happening with the WHO, and it was all fucking on the 22nd of May till the 28th in Davos, was a thing on the go. And this was their big meeting, and this is exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to fucking make everybody fucking take these vaccines, which seemingly have nano fucking chips in them. I don't know fucking... I've seen loads about it. That's some of the first things I've seen about COVID, or the so-called fucking pandemic shit. So I couldn't really say for certain on that, but there's more and more stuff coming out about them having wee chips in them that's going to go into your brain. Now again, on the World Economic Forum, you've got this fucking Yuval Noah Harari, who's another one of these. Is fucking Klaus Schwab's right-hand man, and he's deciding that there's too many people in the world and people are hackable animals. Now again, this is us words that come out of his mouth. It's all on the forum, they're all talking about it, and they're talking about people like we're nothing. So they're saying basically robots are going to take over in the future, so we don't actually have any need for humans, like we're owned by all these cunts. So they've not got a use for us anymore, so they're basically trying to cut us back, kill us off. I mean, there's never been a disease or a shit kind of like what's going on ever in history that's had as much bullshit tied to it, ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Never ever. Never ever has there been anything like this.
That's it, because information hasn't travelled as fast as it does now. That's the other thing, eh? Whether it's disinformation or whether it's actual factual information, it all travels really quickly now, and it's hard for them to like quash it or stem it now, you know.
But that's it. I mean, there's so many people I know, that like my sister, for example, right? Yeah, again, she's fucking does her work, does all her stuff. She's got 3 kids, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But again, she's fucking. I think I was talking to my mum about the World Economic Forum or something like it.
Yeah.
And then she come in and she's like, "Oh, you're not a Trump supporter, are you? Oh, you're not this, or blah blah blah." And I never said fuck all about anything. But that's her mentality straight away, and I thought, fuck me, man, I'd be like pissed in the fucking wind trying to tell you anything. But again, you can't. People need to want to accept it. They want to have to accept a change in how they think.
Yeah.
But if they don't, I mean, I could fucking spend all day telling somebody inside out about everything that's going on, and if they're not willing to accept a difference of opinion or fucking like to take on anything like that, then you're fucking pissing in the wind, fucking full stop. And there's nothing you could say, there's nothing anybody could say or do that's going to make a difference to fucking that. And it's sad. It's sad to watch people you care about fucking with their head so far up their arse, but again, what can you do? Because you're just branded a fucking dafty or a lunatic or whatever. And again, that shit doesn't bother me. No. I cut about looking like this, for fuck's sake. So
they can think and say what they like.
Aye, folk generally do think and say what they want.
Aye.
So that sort of bullshit doesn't fucking faze me. I say that in a lot of videos that I have done. Aye. But again, imagine there's a lot of people just think, aye, fuck, I would say that and all. But no, I don't give a fuck.
It's the quiet ones that get me. The ones that think similar to yourself. They agree with yourself, but you can't go saying that. Well, you know, but we need them to. People like you need to be heard. You know, people like Alan need to be heard. People like the wee guy in Glasgow, they need to hear these stories to understand that it's no bullshit. It's people's lives, man. This is reality for everybody.
Aye.
And I didn't understand those that can't, free think. They're too busy listening to what the news says, or they're too busy, they said on the telly, or the paper said this.
Aye, fuck.
No, stop that. To
even take on any of that shit. I mean, even when people were so shooked in by Chris Rock and fucking Will Smith.
Fuck, I know.
What a lot of them didn't know, and what a lot of people do know, is the alopecia thing. That lass's got a shaved head. I couldn't give a fuck what anybody says. I was behind a boy in Asda's yesterday with alopecia, and had big fucking bits missing out his hair. Yeah. And that's what alopecia looks like.
Aye, fucking sure it is,
But because all the shit that Pfizer just had, we were releasing all the pages and that, it then came to light that Pfizer have got a brand new fucking drug. Oh, and what does it combat? It combats alopecia. Oh. And then who fucking sponsored the fucking Oscars? Pfizer.
Aye. Who wasn't getting a fuck about the Oscars? Pretty much most of the planet.
Again, there's Pfizer trying to claw back whatever they can by having this new alopecia drug. Just so happens that alopecia was mentioned and fucking all this shit had to fucking happen with it. And then they fucking sponsored the fucking Oscars. It's like, how much fucking mere shit can you soak in? Can get your big straw and just soak up all this bullshit? But you can't. It's like, that's what you're dealing with. And that's the type of cunts that you're having to fucking deal with. And you just think, what in the fuck? How can you no see? So then I get a wee bit annoyed, with people, because again, it's just, some people just can't take on a difference. They didn't want to take on a difference.
It goes on and on and on and on.
It's like you're going to watch somebody like actually physically fucking doing something to your bearing in front of you before you actually go, that's not right. I better stop that. No, didn't even allow that to fucking become a fucking thought.
But that's what happened. That's so many of us are caught in that it takes something like that to happen in front of you before you'll do anything.
And
Which we're trying, to get people to think a different way now, though.
That's it. I mean, I kind of have not got the way I speak in it's broad fife, it's fast, and I swear constantly. So I changed my name to Sweary Scary. And I know that people are going to look at me and think, oh, the most one that I get is, oh, who let the bairns with the Sharpies near him? Fucking, and if they think that that's going to pick me up in their fucking doing, they must be fucking...
After he'd...
Fuck's sake. I ask my kids, I says, what would you feel like if your dad looked like this? Go for it, Dad, because it's them it matters. Nobody else matters. So I asked my two daughters, they told me to do it. And when I'd done a bit, I says to them, what do you think of that? And the two of them turned to me and says, "Come on, Dad, you've got room for me.
Room for me.
Room for fucking
brilliant."
So I mean, that's.
And was there? You're on about your tattoos on your face. Aye. So was there a drive for that? Was there a reason? Does it mean something to you? Is there a?
It's pretty much a fuck you to the tattooer all day. Where these fucking arseholes popping out in everywhere thinking that there's something special because they can do a wee tattoo. Right. If you asked half of these bangers to fucking tattoo something else, they can't do it.
Can't do it.
I mean, if you say to somebody, go and set up that coil machine, what's a coil machine?
Right.
So I suppose it's like, maybe it's a bit arrogant to me or a bit arsehole with me, but I'll accept that. Right. But if you didn't know the basics, you can't fucking do the pro stuff. So consider jumping in and doing one pro job, and that's all they can do. They cannot do fuck all else.
Right.
So you go and do that, they can't do it.
Right.
Can you build that? What's that? Because it's so simple.
So simple,
Click in fucking needle new and away you go. There's no settings or fuck all.
Fuck all now.
An old machine you have to tweak it and fuck about. It's like a two-stroke.
The wee bits on top of it.
It's like a two-stroke machine that'll go like fuck.
Is that me done? Right, well, do you know what? I'm going to shut this off and let you relax for a minute, alright? Anyway, so I'll play us out with this. It's the same every time. Well done, mate. That was good. I will get a look at this now, The audio, I could hear you all the time through that, so I think we're good, That's certainly a first for me, and I didn't pass out, which is a good thing. Parting word? I don't know, put you on the spot. Anyway, I'll say adios, amigo.